let's talk about when to fire your client and 3 things you should avoid before you accept new clients. Now, I did web design for about 3 years, and I've had my share of nightmare clients, and I'm sure you have too. I've had clients that didn't pay me. I've had clients that wanted the next Amazon. I've had everything, guys. So in this video, I'm gonna give you key signals to look out for to fire your client. But before we jump into that, let me give you 3 things to look out for before you accept a new client. Number 1, if your client's in a hurry, do not take them. Half the time, they don't even pay you. So I've had clients come up to me saying, Darrel, I want this really fast. I want this, can you make it? And you know, I'm thinking to myself, well, I can make another $2,000, you know, really, really fast. Should I take on this work? And I say, all right, I'll do it for you. But half the time, these people, they're risks. You know, they don't know what they want. They want something fast. They don't know what it is. They want this and that, but they, you know, they want the moon and the stars, but they don't want to pay for it. So when you have these clients that are, or these potential clients that are in a hurry, just walk away from it. Let someone else deal with that. You probably don't want to deal with them anyways. Number 2, when your client wants the next Amazon, they want the next Walmart, do not accept their work. I myself have had problems where I was an amateur, of course, and I accepted work from people and they wanted the moon and the stars, but they had a budget of like $2,000. And I'm like, guys, like, this isn't practical, you know, like you can't have the next Amazon for $2,000. But the thing is that these people, they don't appreciate the work. They just think, oh, this is easy. You know, look at Wix. Wix can do it. You know, it's like, all right, then go to Wix. You know, here's the affiliate link. Give them the affiliate link. But if your client wants a very big project, just walk away. Don't accept the work. Don't put yourself in a scope creep position where you're going to have a really giant project and, you know, you're going to have like a $2,000 budget. So make sure to avoid those clients. Number 3, when your potential client compares your pricing to other people. So I've had, again, my experience when clients come to me and they say, oh, you know, your work is nice, but this other guy charges, you know, $3,000. You know, can you do that for, you know, a 3,000 e-commerce product website? No, then go to them. And they're like, oh, well, he can do it. Why can't you? And it's like, no. Go to him, get away from me. So if your client comes up to you and lowballs you with other prices, just walk away. Don't accept those clients. It's not worth the money. And again, half the time they are risks. So they might not even pay you. So just keep that in mind when you're taking on new clients. So now let's move on to when to fire your client. And I'm sure this is the good part, but number 1 is when your client becomes abusive or yells at you in any way at all, you get rid of them. Now, I've had clients where they were frustrated. They wanted something, but they just couldn't get it to explain to me or something like that. And they go, this isn't what I wanted, blah, 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 blah. They would get angry or yell at me. And I'm saying, you know what? This isn't what I signed up for. You know, I did not sign up for you to sit there and yell at me because you don't know what you wanted. So half the time I would just sit there and say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give you this website called Fiverr.com, and you can go ahead and go to them and see how that works out for you. Because a lot of these people, again, they just get frustrated and they might take it out on you. So if your client ever gets to that point where they start yelling at you, fire them, get rid of them. So number 2 is lack of communication. So if your client is just not getting the information to you, they're not discussing what their website is, they don't send you those images. And speaking of that, I know when they send you images of whatever they want, it looks terrible and you're like, God, I can't put this on the website, it'll look bad. I've had that problem too. So, but anyway, so if they don't communicate with you properly about what they want, the design, the images, the content, or what it should say. You know, I worked for this one hospital and they wanted me to put the content on their website of what they did. I was like, are you kidding me? They were it was like a neurologist doctor, and they wanted me to explain like their practices, and I'm like, are you crazy? Like, you want me to put it on the website what you do? Like, I don't even know what you do, you know? So if there is a lack of communication, maybe it's time to fire your client. Number 3, if your client cannot pay you in time. Now, I understand financial hardship. Sometimes everyone goes through financial hardship, and that's something that's understandable. But at the same time, we need to be reasonable, and we also need to say, okay, look, it's been 2 weeks, you know, where is the payment? So this is why I always recommend to take the biggest down payment possible, because you want to put them in a situation where they're kind of forced to work with you in a way. So if they stop paying you, or if they just say, hey, you know, money's tight, give them about, I would say about a week and a half to 2 weeks. Because people tell me in my YouTube channel saying, hey, Darrel, I'm working with a client right now, and you know, I haven't received my payment. How long should I wait? I would give them 2 weeks. After that, you pause the project. You say, look, until I receive a payment, I can no longer work on the project. So whenever you have money, let me know, and then I will work on the project. So I would go with that route. And if after 3 weeks to a month goes by with no communication at all, fire the clients, get rid of them, but save their work just in case they come back a little bit later. Number 4 is scope creep. Now this works in 2 different ways. There is scope creep from the client and there's scope creep from the actual web designer. So the web designer's problem is when they take on a project, any project, and the project is a lot bigger than what it was. They thought maybe they can just make an e-commerce website, and it turns out they want like a specific functionality that's a lot more dynamic and complicated, and now that person is in a world of hurt. But there's also the client where they want to keep changing the website. Oh, I want to change this, I want to change that, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. That's also an issue. So what I usually do with those clients is I say, okay, look, I'll make the changes, but we have to create an hourly invoice here because this was not in the contract. So what happens is your client changes their mind, and that's okay. But you just need to make sure that you're getting paid for this, because what happens is when you say $3,000, in the client's brain, they're thinking to themselves, okay, I get this website with unlimited changes for $3,000. No, that's not true. I will make you the website beautiful and great for $3,000. If you want to start changing stuff like the style, if you want to start changing all this other stuff, that's going to cost extra. So make sure that you tell them this before you put yourself in a situation where you're held hostage. You know, I've been in that situation where I accepted a client's work, I made the changes, and then actually I stepped back and looked at the website, and I'm like, now the site looks terrible. What did you do to it? You know, so don't let your clients take over the project. You need to be very careful about that because they're gonna make the site look terrible. They don't know what they're doing. So be assertive, yet also provide customer service. Just let them know, you know, that doesn't look good. Do it this way, and then they'll say, okay. So yeah, make sure to avoid scope creep if possible. Number 5, when your client starts to lie. So I built websites for clients, and then I gave them something they wanted, and they're saying, no, that wasn't what I wanted. I said I wanted that. And I'm like, no, we wrote down here what you wanted. They said, no, I didn't want that. I wanted this. Now I have had clients again that wanted something, and I gave it to them, and I think in the process when they saw it, they were saying, no, I want this, because they don't want to pay for it. They're thinking to themselves, I made the mistake, so I have to pay for it. So when you have a client that starts to lie about the website or the features or something like that, but you have it on paper, maybe it's time to fire your client, because it looks like they're just trying to lowball you and they're trying to get some free labor in and have an amazing website, but they just don't want to pay for something like that. So have you ever fired a client? Let me know in the comments below. This was my list of what to fire clients and when to avoid certain clients. Now, personally, I've had nightmare experiences. I had one client who was a drinker, and the guy was a drinker, and you know, I would call him up, say, hey bro, I'm working on the website, how is it? He's like, I don't know, man. What do you think? And I'm like, I think it's good. He's like, yeah, man, my ex-wife, she's just really pissing me off today. You know, I was like, all right, bro. So I would kind of like try to get away from the personal conversation to focus on the website. But no matter what I did, the guy was just talking about his problems, and it's like, yeah, man, you know, like the girls today, they think they're all that. And I'm like, bro, like I'm trying to build the website, and the guy obviously had relationship problems, and he was a drinker, and he'd always call me and explain stuff to me, but like, let's finish the website, you know. So it definitely was a nightmare experience. But again, let me know your horror story in the comments below. My name is Darrel Wilson, and I will see all of you guys in the next video. Take it easy.